Welcome back to HAUT-BEYLERON for episode 6 with me, MrSealyp. So we're back here on HAUT-BEYLERON for Dozer Farms and we're queuing for the GCHB sell point. There's a reason. Before we go into November, which was what I was intending to do, I decided to take on a couple of harvesting contracts. One is for corn, one is for soybean. The soybean one pays out less, there's far less of it. The corn, I've got a full trailer there that was part of the contract. I've got my trailer there that's full. There was also a full load went into my silo and the harvester has still got some in it. So we'll see what we're going to get out of that. What I'm going to do is tip both contracts are sitting at 84% complete, the fields are cleared. We'll see what I end up with left for soybean we'll take down. Now my plan, hopefully moving forward, is pigs. I was going to do cows, but I'm doing cows on Calmston, so I think we're going to go down the pig route. We may make our own pig food as well, I'm not too sure at the moment. Right, let's keep an eye on that. Well, it's not a huge amount. Contract is complete. We have got nearly 5,000 litres of soybean left. It's not a huge amount, I could have just sold it, but we'll take it down, we'll put it into our silo. If we decide to do pig food or do pigs, we can use it separately. Actually, what I should have done is pull this up alongside. I was thinking, because there's the few production things now for pig food. One requires potatoes, sugar beet, and is it chaff? I'm trying to remember now. Now I don't know whether or not it's going to take all of this and require some of what's in the silo for the corn one. Potentially it will. I was really hoping for a sugar beet contract and a potato one, so I'm going to do my own pig food. I need those products. Also putting a pen in as well. We'll just see. I don't anticipate this completing the contract at all. But I suppose I should hover over the triggers just in case, you never know. Nope. Only 31% transported. That's worrying. So it looks like we are going to have to go and collect some out of the silo that'll be stored. The contract does pay out more. We should have some left over. We've got corn in the silo already. I'm just trying to think what we've got already. It's been a while since I've been on there actually. Where are we? Let's go up. So we've got wheat 90,000 litres, sorghum 19, corn, yeah, we already had some corn from one of the contracts before, but some of that is from this contract, so I have to pay attention to that. We've got no sugar beet, we've got no potatoes, nothing like that. So maybe we'll get some of those contracts pop up. Who knows? I'll probably use one of their tractors to come back up. I'll take this back to the farm, but there's no point in putting extra wear and tear on my tractor and trailer coming back again, and I can use theirs. I have been offered some logging contracts, I did mention that before, by Willie's Logging and Logistics. We'll see what happens with that as well. We're going to do more. Seems to be the way of things here on HAUT-BEYLERON. I wasn't sure what I was going to do because I was on Calmston. A few different maps have come out. And I think I've only done 5. What's this, episode 6 on here, isn't it? So I'll take this back down. Just so you know that when we move into November, if we'll have some more money, we'll have some crop, and I'm just thinking what to do about pig pens. We're still going to do the oil mill because we've got all of our crop is aimed towards oil. So we are going to be doing that as a product, which I haven't touched on anything yet. We haven't done any oil production, so we're going to be doing that. there are a load of contracts available for fertilising and all sorts. I had pretty much cleared the whole list, in contrast to Calmsden, where I haven't got a single contract coming up at the moment, and I'm a bit concerned about it. On here, no worries, there's loads of contracts to do, but I'm not going to get bogged down, because I think that's where I did on Elm Creek as well. I kind of get that thing in my head of I must do the contracts, must do. If I'm going to do contracts, don't let them go past, because especially this, because we've got seasonal growth on, you lose the opportunity to do them. Whereas on 19 it didn't matter, you could just bounce around doing whatever. With seasonal growth on, obviously they'll come out of the cycle for harvesting, or the fields will get fertilised, and then you miss your opportunity for the year. But the problem is, because I was doing that with my contracting head on, I was getting bogged down. And I've got to avoid getting bogged down. I need to move forward in the months. So I just want to get these 2 harvest jobs done, and then we'll move forward into November. It's early November. I've done something stupid. Not that there's any surprise to that. That's generally what I do, isn't it? You know, I said about sugar beet and potatoes, and I was talking about doing pig food. The other thing I was going to do, which I completely forgot about, was the sugar beet wash plant. So I thought, that's what I was hoping we'd get some sugar beet, potatoes, we can do a bit of pig food, but we can also do the sugar beet wash plant. So I woke up this morning, start of November, and there were 2 sugar beet harvest contracts available. Let's go to the map, shall we? Field 26 and field 15. Both I borrowed equipment. So we've got a larger and a smaller sugar beet harvester. One does 43,000 litres, is it? And the other one does 35, something like that. One's got a wider header, one's got a smaller. So I brought them both to this field first. I was also given, as part of the equipment, to use a cramp semi-trailer and this lorry. And I thought, it's going to take me quite a while. It's a 59,000, 58,000 litre trailer. So I've leased one of the Trend 70s. As you can see, 70,000 litres of sugar beet in it. What I've also done is gone and got one of the Omatana silos, which we've now placed at our farm. That is our sugar beet silo. I'm taking everything from here to there. Now, I did this on Calmsden and regretted it. But I'm going to plug away. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to put as much in, if not all of it, into there. And then we're going to do the same here. Now, I think our sell points for these are the GCHB and over here. That's the... I've forgotten the name of it. The Fermier thingamybobby. Le Jardin de Fermier is where we've got to go. They're going to pay quite well, and I'm hoping we're going to be left with a monstrous amount of sugar beet, which will give us a load of options. And then we're going to get the wash plant. We're going to wash a load, so we'll end up with washed sugar beet. We'll have stone, we'll have slurry coming out of that. We may well then use some for pig food. I may do a sugar mill like I've done on Calmsden. I'm not sure about that, because I'm doing it on Calmsden already. I'm not too sure if we will. But what we'll do is, yeah, we'll take this. I've got to remember the route. I want to go that way. Anyway, yeah, so this is going to be hours of work. I'm on half time at the moment, because I've got 2 vehicles running and it would take a long time. So I'm not sure when I'll see you. We've got rain forecast. When that's going to come, I don't know. But when the rain does come, I will be stopping. This does not like to stop. With the weight on this, so different to FS19. I mean, 70,000 litres. If I had the weight limit thing on, I wouldn't even be close. But every time I come to a junction or come to try and stop and I jam the anchors on this lorry, it doesn't want to stop. Yeah, it's like a freight train on ice. It's unbelievable. So yeah, we'll see what we end up with. I'm hoping it's going to be like 600,000-700,000 litres left. We had about 400,000 litres, didn't we? 300 and something on Calmston, and that was one field. This is 2, so I'm hoping combined we'll have an absolute load. And the problem is, because I'm going quite a way, I mean, I'm not even taking them to the sell point yet. I want to try and clear the fields if I can. Then it's going to be the task of going backwards and forwards to the sell point, which again is going to take a ton of time, but it's something I'm just going to have to. I'm going to have to. I don't have to. I could be taking this to the sell point now, but I would rather do it this way round. I know it's double handling, but we'll end up with more products at the end of it if we can clear the fields first and then do it. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So I'll do the first one, then we'll look at the second one, and we'll kind of see full grain tank, and I'm not even at my silo yet. I need to stop talking and get on with this. See you much later. And then maybe we're going to wash some beets. For most of the day, as you already saw, I was set on half time to get it all done. I thought I thought I was being smart. No, yes, I know. Let's say we've all been there. No, probably not. Probably just me. That's the last of it delivered. The sugar beet, that is. What I did, as you saw, I placed one of the Omatana silos down at the main farm. The first part of the contract, or the first contract, not the first part of the contract, as I already said, was for field 26, which is this massive one here. Everything from field 26 I took and put into the silo. Well, say everything, most of it. I had 1,190,000 litres of sugar beet in that silo. And then what I did was the rest that I had on that field, I took to the sell point, and it was being sold up here at Le Jardin de Fermier. And I thought, right, what I'll do now, because obviously that didn't fulfill the contract, every load of 70,000 litres was only 4% of the contract complete. So once that field was finished, I brought the 2 harvesters, which are here, over to field 15. So then what I thought I would do is everything off field 15 would go to that sell point for the first contract. If I completed that contract, the second contract for field 15 had to come up here to GCHB. And then if I then needed more to complete the contract, I would then bring it from the silo down here. I know it's convoluted, but I thought it would be easier and make more sense from here, which is what I ended up doing. I ended up having to bring some. But we are done. While that was all going on, before the rain started, I also did a soybean harvest on field 13, and I got about another 6,000 litres of soybean for me. So I've got the 2 harvesters, one from each contract, sitting there. I've got the trailers and various different bits and bobs sat there. I've got the 70,000 litre trailer, which I'm going to keep hold of, and the rain started and hasn't stopped yet. So I'm really glad I got it done before the rain started, because you take a yield deficit if you harvest in the rain. It will let you harvest, but you take a deficit, and I didn't want to take a deficit, definitely not. But here's the question. How much have I been left with? When I did this on Calmston Farm, I think it was around 400,000 litres, wasn't it? Something like that, 300, it was knocking on 400 or just over 400,000 litres of sugar beet I had left over from the contract on field, I think it was 18. It's on here, field 26, field 15. How much, with both harvests complete, have I been left with to play around with? Shall I tell you? Over 600,000 litres. If we go down to here, and we go down to our sugar beet, 624,000 litres of sugar beet we have got left over, having completed both those contracts. So what I can do now is go down to the contracts, because they don't pay out too bad either. The soybean one, because I borrowed equipment for each of them, so that's not going to collect that one. Field 15, 24,199. Now that one I don't want to complete on, because that one had the lorry. I just want to get the trailer back first, because I can use my tractors and stuff. So I'll take this back, then I can complete. So I'm just going to leave the 70,000 litre trailer. It's leased, I haven't bought it. But I'm going to use that to move the sugar beet that's in the silo now into the next thing we're going to do. And it was what I've already previously mentioned. I wanted to do the sugar beet wash plant, which I thought about, and then I thought about making pig food. And I thought, you know what, wash plant. Let's do the wash plant first. I might not put it all in there. I might split it half and then half keep back for pig food. What I'm going to need to do once I put in the facility is I'm going to do some more landscaping, because what I did, I don't know if I showed you the silo. Did I show you it or not? I can't remember if I did or not. I'll go across the grass, doesn't matter. The fencing that I put in, I deleted some of the sections of fencing from this side, so we took some fence panels and posts out, put a bit of a track coming off the main road with a bit of a swing round here so we can come off the road and swing around, and then we're going to put the facility in. So I don't need this lorry now, which means, let's jump out, I can complete on this one as well. 69,788, collect. We've got some other contracts here, haven't we? Some not bad ones. Fertilising field 30 for 13 grand. I'll accept that because I've got equipment we can do that with. Harvests. I was hoping for a cotton harvest because there's a couple of fields that need doing. So we're up to 529 grand, and I'm about to spend some of that again. But that doesn't matter either. Oh, that's the thing I haven't checked. Today's equipment. What have we got? Bergman, Landini, Lizard we've got. Oh, got an 8S. Oh, I had a quick glance and thought, oh, I haven't done it on screen, but didn't scroll across. AFS Connect Steiger, 53% off. That's mad. But we've got a Massey Ferguson 8S there for 91,000, 54% off. Do I sell one of our older tractors, because we've got the McCormick. I do like the John Deere. Do I sell the Valmet or do I sell the Stone and get the Massey? I might sell the Stone, you know. Let's do this first. I think we're going to need water, so I'm going to need a water tanker as well. So we need to go to production, and on the end there's 125,700. We put sugar beet in, we put water in, we get chopped sugar beet out, we get slurry out, and we get stones out. That's the plan. So we want factories. Click on it. It's not too big either, and the good thing is we can swing it around that way and put it in here, so it's kind of lined up as well, so we can put in straight after where we are. Just a little tap. Is that straight? Not really. Why is it sometimes you can do a little tap and it's fine? We can go almost up to the fence as well. Oh, I'm liking this a lot. I'm going to leave that end open for taking stuff out. We can put some... I thought this factory was going to be massive, but it's not. Let's go to... Where would it go to? There. So having kept hold of the 70,000 litre trailer, all I'm going to do is transfer from the silo to here. We need to put water in as well, of course. Water goes here. Our production facility for this will put us there. Sugar beet water. The cycles per month are crazy. It doesn't require much water. Sugar beet plus 0.1 water. But the cycles are quite high. Well, we'll see what we get. We'll get sugar beet cut, slurry, stones, and then we can do what we want with them. I could put in the stone thing. It depends how many stones we get. We could then put in also the stone crusher for lime. This is a whole rolling process. Plus we've got plenty of room for our oil factory, our pig pen. That's why I left this whole section here grass, so we could do all of these processes. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the Steyr, probably sell that and get the 8S. Is that a good spend? No. Maybe. Or we could get rid of... Do I want to get rid of two? We could get rid of the Valmet and the Steyr and get a newer tractor, because we're running 4 at the moment. Don't often use all 4. I don't know what we'll get for this. I do like the older tractors, but the whole thing about all of this, any of it, is gradually building up, isn't it? It's improving, expanding your fleet. I bought the lorry because that was cheap, and I haven't got a semi-trailer back for it yet. We'll get to that at some point as well. I'm sure we will. I'm not going to lie. It was a bit hit and miss today whether I was going to do a video. Well, it depends when this gets posted, actually. I woke up with the most horrendous sore throat. All the top of my throat was closed up. I've been taking painkillers. Everything I drink hurts to swallow. Typical. And I thought, well, I still want to get some bits done. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I must admit, I did think, you know what, I was going to put a post up saying no video today because I really didn't think I'd be able to. What's this going to sell for? Not a huge amount, but if it's a chunk towards 65,635, that's not bad. How much do they want for the other one? That's a big chunk towards it. If we get even 30 grand for the Valmet, that covers the cost of that. Well, let's buy it. Do I want to make any changes? It's 225 horsepower. It's a small horsepower we've got at the moment. But we do have the ability to improve on that. I do love the knock-ins. Bit of price added on for that though. Just go for BKTs. Doesn't really matter, does it? Warning signs, no. Don't want a front loader at the moment. How much is an engine? 10 grand to go to 245, but we can go up to 325. That adds another 50 grand on. That's going to be if we find another cartridge, and I will make that pledge now, solemn pledge. If we find another cartridge, that 50 grand will do the engine upgrade on here. Do I want to change the colour of it? All petrol. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Adds a little bit more on, but you know what? I'm doing it. Glossy grey? Yes, that's it. And I don't want a number plate that says Valmet, so no. No plate. Okay. 95,410. Let's do it. That's a lovely colour, like a metallic petrol blue. Look at that. The weather's so bad, isn't it? But you have to do some repair on it, of course. That goes without saying, doesn't it? Oh, actually, you know what? While we're up here, we don't have a. I'm trying to think of water tanks that we've got installed. I don't know how much water that's going to take. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to do. I've got a water tank, but I want to put in one that doesn't cost me anything. How much is it to lease? I'm doing a lot of water recently. On Carmson I was doing water as well. If we go down to our animals, got those two installed. They're 8,000 litres. It's going to take a lot. If we go one of those in a dolly, how much is that to lease? 3,400 and something. That will certainly speed up the process, won't it? Let's lease that. Let's come out of there, go to, a minute ago, only got one dolly, haven't we? Lease that. I don't want a number plate. Not that it matters, it's just 459. No problem at all, right. So we can get our water and our sugar beet into our new wash plant. Today is wash day, as you can tell by the weather. We'll just stand out in the rain, get everything washed. We're going to wash our beets. Oh, this is cool. Listening to the rain on the roof. Those side wipers. Oh yeah, look at that. How fancy. New tractors. They're all a bit swish, aren't they? Right. That's everything I need to get that done. Then I'll have a look at, not in this episode, but I know these episodes have been quite few and far between. I'll try and get some more done, I do promise. What we'll do is I'm going to see if we can get a water point installed. Let's turn that off, lights off. I'm going to grab the Valmet, take that back, do a little bit of landscaping so we've got a track and stuff to drive on. And yeah, we'll move forward from there. I can get rid of that water tank and we'll put another one in. How are we doing for eggs as well at the moment? This is not snowing, I suppose. I keep forgetting this around this side, isn't it? I'm not doing too bad. It's grim. The light goes when it's like this. Am I going to regret getting rid of the Valmet as well? Do you think we can swallow the fact we're sitting at 370 grand? You know what, for the time being I'm going to keep it. I was going to get rid of it, but you know what? No. Let's grab the McCormick for putting the 70,000 litre trailer. I'll do that fertiliser contract at some point. Awesome. To leave myself enough room to get past. Under the old willow tree. Nope. Genius. Pure genius. Well, I've put in a different honey point as well here. This is one of the modded ones that does 8 pallets. The one that was there before was the single pallet one, so I've got that one put in now, which will do 8. Okay, see you in a little while. Hopefully the rain will have stopped as well. Let's get this landscaping done, water point put in, and let's get some of this sugar beet transferred and we can get cracking. Let's do this with the thunder rumbling overhead. Lovely weather for the time of year. And what I have done, obviously you should see, put a track in. We've got a water hydrant. This is part of the Omatana range of water hydrants. I've also taken out some fence panels here, so we've got access through this way for unloading or taking out of. I've also done the same thing here, taking a few panels out, put a bit through, which will make it easier as well for the water. We can go through and unload the water here, collect, and then that one we can just back up and unload into this straight here. So it's all kind of fitting in rather nicely. Hope the boss likes it. Should be able to go. Free water once placed. $32,000 litres, we'll get that in. It's all taking shape, isn't it? 600,000 litres. What I'll do is I'll put the first couple of loads in. 70,000 litres each time. Lovely. We'll get that. I don't know how much it's going to take to fill it. That might be more than it will take. And then we'll check out the processing speed on it, because it might be the processing speed's crazy, in which case we have to keep on top of it. Then I'll decide what we're going to do the rest. Oh, that's really low. That's lower than I thought it was going to be. Right, we're going to check out an angle here, aren't we? I've left myself enough space for that fence post. There we go. Water. If I'm putting water in, why is that filling up sugar beet? Right, I need to move this. So what we need to keep an eye out for on the used vehicles market as well is going to be. Should we stick this in the grass here? We need a semi-trailer, really. Or I suppose we could invest in one of the 70,000 litre buying stuff. That would work. Actually, does our lorry have a trailer? Actually, it does, does it? Probably not. No, now luck. Let's have a look at our production. Oh, 15,000 litres is all it takes. Right, I'll leave this water in here. We'll pull this over to one side. Because if the production is very quick, then we can put the rest in a little while. If it's not the end of the world. We've got that at least. We've only used it for a few minutes. Okay. I'm not anticipating this is going to hold very much then, as far as this goes. We shall see. I still can't believe we're left with 624,000 litres. That's crazy. But like I said, I did drop the time right back to half speed, and it took hours. It took hours. I just very happily just went backwards and forwards. By the time I'd got to here and unloaded into the silo and got back, both the harvesters generally they were both full again, so it didn't really matter. I just plodded backwards and forwards. It was a little bit more of a trek once I'd moved up to field 15 and I was harvesting there, and I was either taking the stuff to Le Jardin de Fermier or up to the GCHB. That was okay. It was only when I realised I needed to get more from here, coming backwards and forwards from here just took a bit more time. But I just plodded along, took my time, with a smile on my face, without a care in the world, as you do. Will it let me do it side on? Do I keep it in the corner? I do. Okay. Actually, I can lift this, can't I? Let's do that. Let me still reverse. There we go. It's not perfect, but it will do. Let's check again. 25,000 litres of sugar beet. This is going to take ages. Right, so let's start our process. It's all on storing. And there it goes. Sugar beet's going up, slurry's going up, stones are going up. It's a processing plant I haven't used before. Our sugar beet wash plant is off and running. Awesome. Let's go down there. So actually just wondering whether or not I could reach between there and there. No, if I'd have put it a bit closer, but it's got the spout, well, you know what I mean, the pipe here. I was thinking if I'd have put this building closer, I could have had the trailer under that auger and reaching into that, but I don't think, if I'd have swung that round that way, 90 degrees, it would have worked, because I could have had that right here by the edge, and I could have, yeah, I could have worked that way round, couldn't it? It wouldn't have looked as tidy. My mind wouldn't have been as happy with that. Oh dear. Well, it seems to be going at quite a pace. Making a lot of noise as well while it does it. Next task. What did I take on? I took on a contract, didn't I? Fertilising. I did. What other ones have we got? Still haven't got any of those cotton ones popped up. While I'm fertilising, do I just pick off some of these ones? I might do. So accept that as well. I'll accept that as well. And I'll just do a round of fertilising jobs. Right. I think, again, I'm going to say this now, whether it is or not, I don't know. This may be a shorter episode. We'll see. But that's where I'm going to leave it. All the sugar beet is done. The contracts are complete. We made a bit of money. We bought a new tractor. We bought a new wash plant. We bought a new silo. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.